This week, we're going to be learning about ROYGBIV, and we're going to be making ROYGBIV Monsters. So here's an example. I can't wait to get started. This week, we're going to be working on ROYGBIV Monsters. So we're going to learn about how to use the colors of a rainbow, and they go in a very special order. So we are going to be using those colors, but before we begin, let's start drawing our awesome little monster, and then we're going to color and decorate him in with our ROYGBIV colors. So the first thing you'll see I have is, because I feel like I don't want to get my markers dirty using a black marker, I'm going to first outline my character in a black crayon, and then I'm going to color it in with marker. Or you can color in yours with just markers or just crayons. It's up to you and what you have at your desk or at home. So here is my black crayon, and this is where I say that broken crayons still work. So what we're going to do first is we need to give our little monster here a body. So you can choose any which way that you want to make your little ROYGBIV monster, and I think for me, I'm just going to start with his little head like this and curve. He almost looks like a marshmallow to me right now, but I'm going to make him wide like this. So it doesn't have to be a perfect shape. It could be a little wiggly, whatever you feel like. And then I'm going to give my little guy some arms. So maybe I'm going to have like a wavy line come out, and I'm going to give him a hand, like this. Maybe this other arm is up like this. So however you want to give your little guy some hands or fingers. And then I want to give some fun eyes first. So I'm going to draw one eyeball here, and then I'm going to do another one like this. You can make them big or small. Let me do a nice big one, little one, make them kind of silly, right? You could give expressions, like we've talked about that with expressions. I'm going to give him this cute little nose. And then you can add in a fun, silly mouth if you want. It's entirely up to you. Okay? And then I'm going to give mine some feet, so I'm going to give like some fun legs like this, and then I'm going to have some big shoes, because he's going to go dance or jump somewhere, who knows. So here is his shoes, or her shoes. Awesome. And I could add in some fun details and things on there if I really want, so I'm going to make a little zigzag here and maybe change it up this way. And then I want to put, I don't know, silly little something on the top here, right? So I might give them a crazy crown or something, right? Maybe my crown is a little off in a fun way, because mine's a little silly, right? So I just want to show you it doesn't have to be perfect, and you can make any kind of lines that you want. I might add some fun charms. Okay. All right. So here's my silly looking ROYGBIV guy. Now what we're going to do is let's add in our lines. So just like we've been practicing, we have so many different lines that we've learned. And you can, I just want you to break it up into some fun lines. Now when you come up to an eye, maybe you're going to not go through it, okay? So I'll have some examples up here that you can look at and add in your own. Make a pattern. Okay. All right, so once you have gotten to this stage, now we're going to work on our ROYGBIV. So I'm going to flip this over so you guys can see. And the first thing that we need to take out for ROYGBIV is an R color, which is our red. Can you guys take out the color red? Next, Roy, O, is an orange color. So we need to take out our orange color. And then we get to yellow, Y, Roy, G for green, and then BIV. So this is where it gets a little tricky if whatever that you have, and I'm going to use this for my example for here. So violet is going to be the purple color, right? And I have 2 blues in my package. Now indigo is when you mix blue and purple together and you make the color of blue jeans called indigo. So it's a little blue and a little purple. So I'm going to use this one as my indigo because I need an indigo color. And then I'll use this one as my blue, and it's just a lighter blue. So if you're looking for your crayons, indigo is on the name. It says indigo. But as long as you try or you choose like a bluish purple of your crayons or colored pencils or markers, try your best to see if you only have one blue, then what you can do, I'll show you that trick, is you can mix them. So let's see, ROYGBIV, right? So blue. And then I have indigo, I for indigo, and then V for violet. Now if you needed to mix them, because you only have, say, one blue and one purple, what you could do is you can put the one color down and then you'll color over it with the other color. And that will change it into an indigo because it mixes together. So that is one way that you can do that. So here is our ROYGBIV colors. Alright, so now let's have your colors all nicely together so that this way you'll be able to start coloring. And it just keeps you in a little bit of an organized state. So we're going to start from the top and work our way down to color this in. So what I'm going to do is grab my red first, okay? And I'm going to, it's easier to outline, and then we're going to fill it in. So outline like this. Whee! Just like this. And then we're going to fill it in. Now sometimes with markers you gotta, like these are really skinny markers, and usually we do this project with paint. But we're going to do it this way. So if I'm going to do skinny markers, I would love to break it up into smaller sections for myself. It just makes it easier. So this way I go nice and slow, and I can get all of it colored in, and it makes me feel better, because otherwise it's a lot to color in. It can make your hand tired, and it can also make the marker tired. So what I like about outlining is it helps keep you inside the lines. And then that way my marker's not going all over the crayon either. also find it easier to color going up and down. So I don't know, play with a few different ways and tricks. But there is my first color. Now the next color we're going to use is orange, right? So if it makes it easier for yourself to keep them in order like this, keep doing that. And I'm going to do the same trick. I'm going to outline. Don't worry if it doesn't touch exactly. Sometimes having a little bit of white showing might be intriguing in this project, meaning like it's fun. And I also find sometimes it's easier for me to turn my paper. There is no wrong way to color. So again, break it into smaller sections for yourself. You can go back and forth, up and down is how I feel like it. I've seen others who do circles. The only thing with circles is sometimes you go over it so many times that the paper gets really wet. And that's where it can break. Alright, so Roy Y is next. And let's just keep going. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is after you've gone through the ROYGBIV once, if you have extra spaces, you repeat the pattern. So here I'm going to restart with my red. And it's also interesting to note that when you're coloring with the colors, how colors react next to each other. So sometimes the red could look a little bit more orange when it's next to the purple, a little bit. But purple is actually red and blue mixed together. So we talked about the primary colors of red, yellow, and blue. And when you mix red and blue, you make purple. When you mix yellow and blue, you make green. And when you mix red and yellow, you make orange. And that is how the three primary colors will make the colors inside the rainbow too, is by doing the primary colors make secondary colors. So after our red, it comes back to our orange, and you repeat the pattern. And then you can color in the mouth and nose and details any other way you want. Maybe you do your arms a completely different color. That is up to you. And there you go. So then you can sign it. I'm going to sign mine. This is Howland. Okay, and you sign your name, and then we're going to take a picture and put this on Seesaw. Great job, everybody.